And frees up money to help flood victims in the area, how to take advantage and what's being done to make sure there isn't another major problem with the rain headed our way. Good afternoon, Paula.
Good afternoon, Karen. Good afternoon, everyone. For years, there's been a fight to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Well, there's a sign right there at McDonald's. Does that mean the fight has been won? Is this a sign of the times, or is this a temp thing? These stories and more are happening right now on First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. You're watching First at 4, and we're direct. Let's start with Ben and see what we can expect over the next few hours.
Yeah, Karen, so far I think everybody's okay with not seeing any thunderstorms this afternoon. We've seen a couple downpours, but I'll tell you, all the lightning strikes have really been from Lake Erie and points east. Just a couple sprinkles trying to get going up here a little bit closer to the front, right around 69 there north of Flint. But so far, it's been a whole lot of nothing. A lot of clouds out there and definitely a lot of humidity, but you can tell where the drier air is setting up. That's where the cold front is, and until that thing gets further south, we are still going to be watching for at least the potential of a strong storm later tonight, and that's why we remain in a marginal risk for severe weather. If those storms do happen to get ginned up, they could be bringing wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. So we'll be watching that threat. Otherwise, the severe window pretty much closes by 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. We should remain dry temporarily, but after midnight, that's when we're expecting to see quite a bit of rain, and we're in for a very soggy Friday. We'll look at how much we're expecting in your 4-zone forecast in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right, we will be ready for it. Thank you, Ben. President Biden has approved Michigan's disaster declaration, freeing up federal funding to help people after last month's devastating floods. Now, the money will go to people living in Wayne and Washtenaw counties. They can apply for grants for temporary housing and home repairs, loans to cover uninsured property losses, and more. FEMA is still surveying the damage in other areas and may make more money available when that's done. Now, if you're a homeowner or a business owner with flood damage, you can apply for help, and you can do that online or over the phone. We've got all the information you need to know on our homepage of clickondetroit.com. Meantime, the Great Lakes Water Authority takes several steps to prevent a repeat of last month's flooding. Power at the Freud pump station has been restored and is stable. Crews have replaced a salt priming pump at the Connor Creek pump station. Starting today, maintenance techs will be staffed around the clock through Saturday for generator maintenance. Officials want residents to be aware of their surroundings in case of more flooding.
Watch your neighbors, talk to your neighbors. If you anticipate a major rain event, be cognizant of your environment and the history of that you have experienced in that space that you live in.
Each pumping house will have 2 staff members inside, ready to go as long as the power stays on. Our Grant Herms will have more on this weekend's preparations when you join us tonight at 5. Family and friends gather today to celebrate the life of Columbus Blue Jackets goalie MATISS KILVLENIEKS. A private memorial service took place this morning in Columbus. The 24-year-old died on the 4th of July after being hit with a firework in Novi. It happened at a party at the home of former Red Wing Manny Legacy. The goalie was in town for the wedding of Legacy's daughter. An emotional Legacy spoke today, calling the late goalie a part of his family.
Michigan was his second home. I know a lot of you guys don't know, but ever since Kibby joined our organization, he would come up and live with my wife and I. Every summer. And he became a son to us.
Oakland County prosecutors still reviewing the case. Investigators believe it was an accident and are not recommending charges. Parents may see more money in their bank accounts starting today. The IRS is giving out money from the child tax credit to more than 35 million families. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with what families can expect and how this all came about.
Karen, this is part of the Biden administration's coronavirus relief package that made it through Congress. It changes an existing $2,000 tax credit by expanding who's eligible and increasing the money that families get. Here's what families can expect. For every child under the age of 6, parents will get $3,600 per year. For children 6 to 17, parents will get $3,000 per year. It will be going out monthly for the rest of the year, so parents can expect as much as $300 per child deposited into their bank accounts on the 15th of each month. The rest will be paid out next spring around tax time. The payments phase out for people making $75,000 per year and $150,000 for married couples. President Biden calls this a game changer.
To give you a sense of how transformative this would be the largest ever one-year decrease in child poverty in the history of the United States of America, as we begin now. Historic reductions in child poverty among white, black, and Latinos and AAPI communities. It's not even close. The benefits will be felt for years.
The expanded credit ends in December, but the president wants Congress to extend it 4 years. That could be tough, though. Republicans expanded the credit in 2017, but many say this is an expansion of welfare and will make parents less likely to work. Coming up on the news at 6, our Rod Maloney is looking into why this credit could save you money now but cost you later. Karen, until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
The State Department is offering up to $10 million in reward money for information that leads to hackers who have been working to cripple U.S. business infrastructure. Hundreds of U.S. companies have been victims in recent months. Russian-linked groups are believed to be behind some of the major ransomware attacks. The Biden administration also just launched StopRansomware.gov to offer public resources against cyber attacks. New jobs numbers are out and weekly unemployment claims have fallen to another pandemic-era low. The Labor Department is reporting 360,000 people filed initial unemployment claims last week. That is the lowest number since March 14th of last year, just before the nationwide lockdown. The number of people applying for state or federal benefits continues to drop, but claims are still more than double the pre-pandemic average. And with the job market improving, the fight for a $15 minimum wage is continuing. Michigan is one of 26 states that has a higher minimum wage than the federal mandate of $7.25 an hour. The states are highlighted in dark blue on the map on your screen. Let's bring in Paula Tubman. She joins us live from a McDonald's in Washington Township, where the wage just jumped more than $3 an hour. The question is, Paula, how long will that wage last?
Yeah, and that's a very important question. So first of all, let me show you what the sign said really for quite a few weeks, and just in the last 3 or 4 days or so, the sign now says hiring up to $15 an hour. And with that fight for 15 fight that's been going on for years, you wonder, is it over? How long this is going to last, or whether or not this is really just temporary. The protests and walkouts have become commonplace in the last several years as the grassroots movement Fight for 15 grew. We sweat, we're at $9.65 per hour, but the writing is now on the wall, the buildings, the signs, and the marquees. With the current shortage in labor, it's a workers' market, with wages now starting at $15, $16, and even $17 per hour, with added bonuses and perks.
This week, we took a drastic increase, minimum wage, hourly wage, along with salary. And when I say drastic, extensive.
MARCIA RABIDEAU is the operations manager for a string of ARBY'S. A month ago, she was working for 100 employees. Today, she is looking for 200. However, she can't guarantee how long her starting wages will stay at this level.
We're trying to get staff and get our restaurants back to being open and get off of these limited hours and closed on weekends. But I believe it's a window.
It's hard to say what late August and September will bring, with the changes fall brings with children back in school, parents re-entering the job market, as well as the extended unemployment benefits beginning to dwindle. Right now, it's a workers' feast. Mike Menarchik, who owns a string of McDonald's in Macomb County, believes, however, up to $15 per hour is his new normal moving forward.
I'm a believer in the free market and the way economics work, and this is really we're getting there. We need it. This is a business decision to stay open. We're willing to pay it. I think it's a fair wage for the demanding job, and especially the hours we need it. Like I said, more of those nights and weekend hours.
Don Grimes, an economics researcher for the University of Michigan, says,
should someone take a job now, even if that job paid the same or even a little less than the unemployment benefits that they could collect? And the answer to that is yes.
Whether the current higher service industry and entry-level manufacturing wages in Michigan are a sea change or a blip on the radar, there are more reasons to take the jobs now than later.
Secondly, you can get the seniority benefits, which in the future will translate into promotion activity, less of a likelihood of layoffs. So there's a lot of benefits to having higher seniority, even seniority of a couple months.
Yeah, okay. For 15 organizations sent me a note today saying that they are still planning strikes for next week on the 20th in Detroit, Flint, and other cities. And you might say, why? Why? Doesn't this mean that you've won the battle? The response that they gave me late this afternoon was that they will continue the fight until this is permanent, until basically this is for every single worker, not what they believe is an aberration. And so expect it is $15 an hour and negotiated benefits. Karen?
All right. Paula Tubman reporting live from Washington Township. An important recall alert in this summer heat. Some popular sunscreen brands are being pulled from shelves because they may contain a cancer-causing chemical. We will tell you which ones you need to get rid of. And it may be a game changer in their conservatorship case. A judge makes a key ruling that could help Britney Spears in the long run. It's one of the most talked about murders in history. On the 24th anniversary of the death of designer Gianni Versace, there's a new death investigation underway at the place he used to